Hello, you all. Good morning, good afternoon. This is an emergency broadcast from the Bush Lions Situation Room, live in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Today we're going to be dishing it out as it is. Enough of the political rascality coming from Ize Iyamo, Adams Aliu Oshomole, and some of the social media wayward elements spreading propaganda, and we're here to pretty much give out their secrets. So if you're just tuning in into today's broadcast, please go ahead and share. Jegede Desmond, I thank you. Greetings, my brother. Uwa Osa Okun, good morning. I was on my way to work. Should I say I was at work when I got the breaking news? And I decided to come right back home so I can do this broadcast. Uwa Okun, you are the your father. Okay, so we're getting rid of the criminal elements. Good morning, good morning, good morning. So today's broadcast is going to be raw and direct. I thank you all for tuning in today. I'm a little bit devastated, a little bit angry, kind of a mixed feeling of everything. So what Ize Iyamo and Adams Oshomole are trying to turn Edo State into a gangster paradise. Ize Iyamo and Adams Oshomole's actions are radical, they are terroristic in nature, and we, the good citizens of Edo State, are hereby speaking up. Ize Iyamo and Oshomole wants to turn Edo State into a banana republic, into a gangster paradise, where agberos and criminal elements are the ones deciding the day. Terrorism can be defined as an act, or for better use of word, domestic terrorism. It's a dangerous act occurring within a nation. What's going on in Benin right now is domestic terrorism. Domestic terrorism is defined as a dangerous act occurring within the boundaries of a nation that violates criminal laws in ways that are intended to intimidate or to coerce civilians or influence policy of a government by intimidation. The act, hold up a second, let me block Eran Amigos boys. Eran Amigo boys are all here. Let me block them. Block. So, the fire that happened in Edo State is an act of terrorism. And information has gotten to me, and we were able to find out those responsible for the fire. those who are allegedly responsible for the fire. Goods worth millions of naira on Monday were destroyed at the popular Oba market located in Benin City metropolis, Oredo local government of Edo State, as a result of fire outbreak orchestrated by political rascals financed by Adams Aliu Oshomole and Ize Iyamo. The fire was quickly brought under control by a combined team of firefighters from Nigeria Petroleum Development Company, Federal Fire Service, Edo State Fire Service, and the Nigerian Army School of Supply and Transportation in Benin. I thought I blocked this idiot. Hold up, let me see. I thought I blocked. These are Iran Amigos boys. We know them, you know, blocked. Okay, good. So Iran Amigos boys have been blocked. The fire that happened in Edo State is an act of terrorism. It is time we call a spade a spade. The fire outbreak is an act of terrorism that was intended to affect innocent traders whose efforts have been brought to complete halt due to political rascality. The fire outbreak in Benin is as a result of Ize Yamu's and Oshomole's attempt to sabotage the good work of Governor Godwin Obaseki of Edo State. It is time we call a spade a spade. Edo State is not Banana Republic. Edo State is not gangsters' paradise. We have to call a spade a spade. Iranomigo does not like Ize Yamu. Iranomigo does not like Oshomole. As a matter of fact, Iranomigo hates these people. Iranomigo hates them with a passion. Iranomigo is only singing their praises because Iranomigo wants to go home. And that's about it. 4+4 Togba. There will be a lot of secrets revealed in today's broadcast. You're going to see Bush Lion in a different dimension that you have ever seen in the past. Iviedo Uma Noshomule Ize Yamu. De Beranomigo no Viedegbe Umania Yedukia. All because of stomach infrastructure. How can Edo people allow terrorism, domestic terrorism, to continue to grow in Edo State? I'm going to be playing a video here shortly where Iranomigo indicted himself and his followers. Before we go on into the broadcast, let me further show you this. What is it called? Just a second here. Let me show you this video where Iranomigo indicted himself and his followers. Okay, 1 second. Just a second, not seconds, but 1 second. Okay, 1 second here. I'm about to share my screen with you. Okay. Give me a minute. Give me a minute, guys. So we need to let the whole world know what's going on, how Iranomigo continues to incite violence Okay, apparently I'm unable to share my screen. Okay, I'm unable to share this broadcast. Just give me a minute here. Let me finish uploading it. I'm broadcasting from what is it called? Not from my Mac today, but okay. Hold up. Here we go. So let me share this video with you all. Mm-hmm. Just give me a minute here. Just hold up, hold up. All right. So, Amigos boys are constantly attacking my broadcast. This is something I've been dealing with in the last 2 weeks. Whenever I come online, these guys continue to attack my broadcast. They attack my network, they attack my Facebook account, and that will not stop us. By the time I start fighting back and start taking down the Amigos pages, both on YouTube and Facebook, then the Amigo is going to come out and start crying. You know, an Amigo told criminals, like you watched in that video, told wayward elements that whenever they see a German, and he specifically told them, Otamiya ekenia mujayi, owa agbera ugbe Captain Hosa. Or when ya mujayi vani ya mivye do no kewe bude, inya nenya with ye passport weri, or wa begege German passport eno mame, or when ya ye mato ya bubi yomani ho, onye ude, nirano do abwe, avi literate in of Yohan nire Europe. I wouldn't wage lele rano migo wae. I wouldn't wadu aleli mani ye school mani ve enegbe. Mani he giayi. Wamaho Eranomigo. This is the violence Eranomigo is inciting on social media. We have the videos, and we are now hereby asking that Edo State government must petition Eranomigo whenever Eranomigo comes to Edo State. Whenever Eranomigo gets to Nigeria, Eranomigo needs to be petitioned and brought to justice. Eranomigo needs to answer to the government. He said this criminal element knows him. You heard it. Owe inya henye. Owe inya onwani yehi. Eranomigo tai.
When no one make una dey, more than do for them. Now those people now will say, where you dey, make and see your passport. If na Ghana, she and say don't stay here, say na Nigerian German citizen. Then you ask her why you not support me when I dey Germany. Ukawa should be your boy. Ukawa should be your boy. Iyan na bi your legbe. You will know when you push dog to the wall, he will turn around and bite.
Okay.
But you know, this is like an amigo like this. I tell you, if I'm going to hold me for Nigeria today, or for me, they know my face. They will be the masses governor, the king of the poor, they go papa actually for you. Finish.
Okay.
Maybe they catch you.
Listen to what Amigo is inciting.
When I think so, now they do me bad. What are they punish these children? What are they punishing? God knows me. I've tried. I did all I could do.
Ìyẹ́dò ló sọmọ. Wà dáhùn ẹ̀ ìrànà mígó lórí ẹ̀dẹ́gbẹ́. Wà dáhùn ẹ̀ ìrànà mígó lórí ẹ̀dẹ́gbẹ́. Èyí náwó náà sùn dà èmọ́ nọ̀rẹ́ Germany ìyẹ́dò ìyẹ́ Nàìjíríà.
Wà dáhùn ẹ̀ ìrànà mígó wé níyàwó. Why does Eranomigo Dami was an enemy where anywhere we no ma? Eranomigo is aware of those who orchestrated, who committed the arson at urban markets. Eranomigo knows these people. Eranomigo secretly does not like Ize Yamu, nor does he like Adam Soshomole. Eranomigo was actually happy when Oshomole was suspended from APC as the APC national chairman. We've all seen the videos. Eranomigo is only with them to know information, to have access to certain information. Eranomigo must tell Edo State government why he's supporting radical political terrorists in Edo State. Eranomigo Akbasubi no Boruai. Akbasubi no ya deport in here of a winning year with potire. Iye no mabagmo. Eranomigo, you know those who are responsible. This fire is not political anymore. It is now considered an act of terrorism. It's an act of terror. These people must be brought to justice, and Eranomigo is in the right position to help Edo State government, to tell them those who are involved in this act of terrorism, his alibis. These traders have lost business worth millions of naira, all because of political gains, all because of political relevance. They have decided to take their aggressions, they have decided to take their agitations to our innocent mothers working to earn a living, not like Eranomigo who's jobless, comes online to ask for 5 million naira. Eranomigo, can you tell us why you are begging Edo people for 5 million naira? Can you tell us why you have been asking for 5 million naira donation online? What are you doing with 5 million naira? Eranomigo, where you winner? You come online, the other time you ask for $500, now it's 500 million. 5 million naira. What are you doing with 5 million? Can't you go and work? Is this the type of life you want to live? Is this the legacy you want to leave for your children? Where you in America, I know nobody in America will support a government that shares the money. Eranomigo does not. Eranomigo indirectly likes Governor Godwin Obaseki because Governor Godwin Obaseki is not sharing the money. I know it. But because of selfish interest, that's why he has decided to support Oshomole and Ize Yamu. No one in America will support a government that gives Agbero revenue collection. It is not done. It is not done in anywhere. Eranomigo, Yakwali winner. Tell Edo people what happened to Oba Market. You know, those are your people. You've said it. You said whenever these people see Edo people coming from Germany, you know these criminals. You told them that you told us that you are their friends. Eranomigo. Eranomigo is no longer a political, a social media nuisance, but Eranomigo is now also a homegrown terrorist. A terrorist. Eranomigo did all this nonsense for years. We've been able to curb him to a minimum, but now he's harboring political terrorists, setting the whole state on fire, trying to sabotage the good work of a working government. Let me block this idiot. So we all know where these terrorists are coming from, this act of terrorism. These are Eranomigo's people. Like we all see, the handwriting is there. He said it in a video that he knows these people, they are his people. So therefore, we all need to ask him to tell us who these criminals are that are setting Edo State on fire. We have told you people from time to time, Eranomigo does not have the mental capacity. He does not have the rational capacity to carry out the roles and the duties of a leader. We are urging Edo State Governor Godwin Nogease Obaseki. We need to create these Agberos that are going around setting fires in Edo State. We need to create a camp, a rehabilitation camp. We're going to call it a behavioral rehabilitation camp, where we'll take all these Agberos, these people who have been traumatized. Imagine young men who have, done all sorts of things in the past. We cannot have them, mingling with well-meaning Edo citizens and, without rehabilitation. We need to take them to camps where they will be adjusted. Their psychology, they will go through psychological evaluation to make sure that they are mentally and psychologically okay before they can join the mainstream. People like those Agberos, Abak Masubi, we know them. We're not in the business of mentioning them. These are people who have never been through any sort of rehabilitation. These are people who have committed heinous crimes in society. These people need to go through rehabilitation. These people need to go through psychiatric psychotherapy. They need to have their brain analyzed to make sure that, yes, they will be able to come back to society before we allow them in the society. Kim Jong-un, what does he do? When people like that are brought into society, he takes them through behavioral rehabilitation camp, where there will be behavioral adjustment so that their brains can be adjusted, so that way they will know how to act like human beings, so that these criminals will not come online and behave erratic. And these are the same people setting the markets on fire, all in an attempt to sabotage the government, a working government, all in an attempt to frustrate the Edo State governor. These criminals need rehabilitation. We will not lock them up. If it were some countries, we might say, oh, let's lock them up. But no, let's not lock them up. Let's put them in a camp where they'll be readjusted. Edo citizens are tired. We are tired of the frustration. We are tired of this political attacks. We're tired of these terroristic attacks against our mothers, against the innocent traders in Edo State, all because of politics. And we know their antecedents, we know their motive, we know what their ulterior motives are. They need to go into Edo State Treasury. They want to go into Edo State Treasury because Obaseki is not sharing Edo State Treasury. Amwe pisi no wane wamu ahia wasivie doai. Carry APC, go. Carry your party and go. We have moved on. We have moved on. Why sabotage the work of the governor? Homegrown terrorism. This is nothing but homegrown terrorism. This is radical in nature. We cannot tolerate it. We need to speak up against it. I believe that those people should come out in the streets again and protest and march against this fire, the burning of the markets. We know who they are. We know their sponsors. We know where this is all coming from. Let's speak up. Let's come together and speak up against it. And not allow people like the nuisance in Texas to continue to brainwash illiterates. Those illiterates have been brainwashed by an illiterate, by the general overseer of all illiterates. And that's Iranomigo. Iranomigo is the general overseer of all the illiterates in Europe. Even in Europe, yaw is over. I mean, literate. I mean, one care as a Libya like Weibo. One way to put up. Wacoin. Overnighted wa here the card. Added a machine he bought this machine on Amazon and was selling you guys plain ID card. How dumb can you be? How stupid can you be to believe where Iranomigo will be your savior? The same person told you that when the immigration officer stops you, that you should give them that ID card, and you all bought it. If you bought an ID card for Iranomigo, let me tell you, that was your certificate to stupidity. That shows that you are not just stupid, you have a certificate of being a stupid person. When Iranomigo is not an attorney. Iranomigo is just a gate man. A gate man who happens to have access to the internet. And you were stupid enough to buy his ID cards. You bought his t-shirt and bought his baseball hats. And he's still telling you nonsense. And why you are playing along with it. Iranomigo are lead what a man without vision, leading a group without vision. When visionless people lead people without vision, that's the outcome. How many times have Iranomigo come out to insult Oshomole? How many times have Iranomigo come out to insult Tony Kabaka? How many times have Iranomigo come out to insult so many personalities on social media? And these are the same people Iranomigo. Iranomigo has a lot of similar characteristics with Oshomole. I'm the father of the poor. I love the poor people. I love Ivyogwe. I identify with the common man. But when a common man without brain, a common man, a primary school dropout like Iranomigo, he went to Niger primary school. That's Iranomigo's father's education. Iranomigo has no education whatsoever. When a primary school dropout, now becomes the leader of a multitude, what do you expect from that multitude? When a blind man is leading the blind. A man who, in America, you're talking about you are still working with the temporary agency in America where people work 40 hours a week. When you go to work 2 days a week, you come on social media and you are happy that you work 2 days a week. And there are people following you in Europe who are misleading these people. You are further, causing psychological catastrophe to a generation of idiots, a generation of illiterates. I don't really blame Iranomigo. I don't blame him. I blame the illiterates that listen to this vagabond. I blame the illiterates who listen. When you listen to Iranomigo speak, you can tell he has no direction. PFM was a scam from day one. There's no doubt about it. There's no doubt. Iranomigo incites violence among Edo people. How dare you? How dare you tell the blind, these children that have been through the Mediterranean, the Mediterranean desert, Mediterranean. Only mean when or do we need to go and appease the gods of the Mediterranean Sea so that you all will start using your brain, so that your thinking capacity, lazy youths don't even have the ability to reason. You're so lazy you can't think. You don't have the ability to reason. That's why Buhari called you people lazy. Huh? What is wrong with this generation? What is wrong with this generation of lazy idiots? And what okay, I'm sorry to say, yao. Not all of them. I have friends who are from Yekoriomo, but most of the people clamoring for Iranomigo are from Yekoriomo. And in the Bova, the PFM. Mananiki Yekus Lude, Many video. Even Yekoriomo, what Bobole Iranomigo. We all know that Iranomigo is nothing but a criminal. But these are the same people who are saying Obaseki is not working, Obaseki is not doing this, Obaseki is not doing that. When for a fact you all know. Look at the masses, the handwritings are all over. The masses came out in numbers to support, to show their solidarity for Governor Gordon Noriase Obaseki. What else do you expect? What else can you get from that? How can that be better? Iranomigo is a thief. Iranomigo is a criminal, and Iranomigo is a classic example of a lazy youth. A man who comes out and tell his viewers to donate 5 million naira for him without showing any agenda, without showing a manifesto of what he's going to use the money for. When the ID card sales has failed. First, it was Blessing, a man who is able to date a woman and extort money from a woman. Iranomigo is central way. You are a gigolo. Iranomigo is nothing but a gigolo. And there you are supporting terrorism, domestic terrorism in Edo State. Iranomigo, you need to tell Edo people who the hoodlums are. You need to tell Edo people who the criminals are that set Edo State urban market on fire. Iranomigo, you need to tell we concerned Edo citizens in diaspora what happened to urban market. Iranomigo, you cannot deny it. The facts are there. These are your own words. So, brothers and sisters, I'm not going to stay too long on this broadcast. And if you are just joining, if today's your first time of watching, please go ahead and like this page and share this broadcast. Okay. And also, for those of you who have not joined the WhatsApp group, Reformed Edo Citizens in Diaspora, go ahead and join the WhatsApp group. I'm going to be sharing the number very soon on Facebook again. I see a lot of you have joined the group. What I do is we have two numbers.
On Heat 11, WA Business Audio.
Hello, Anita. Hello. Yeah, yeah. Hello. I'm on live broadcast. Do you have something to share?
Hello.
Yeah. Hello. I'm on a live broadcast.
Okay, later.
Okay. Then, all right. So, like I said, we all need to come together and regroup. All those of you who were supporting Iran who were following Iran on PFN, these are the same people we're going to try to rehabilitate. We're going to reorientate these people to understand what good governance is all about. It's not about we have to go and get people from Bamako. If you don't need Bamako, if you don't need Libya, these are the gimmicks, these are the trigger words that Anamigo used to play into the intelligence, that he used to play into the minds of our gullible Edo people. Some of these people really mean well. They really have a good heart. They have good intentions. They really have love for Edo people. They really want good governance. They want a government that works, just like Governor Obaseki. But because of Amigo's personal interest, Munde Amigo Amigo turns a black eye at the truth when he sees the truth because of his personal interest. Ugbowa Yisemila Emite, Wegbowa Yisemila Nenia, Buado you do ya zese. There's no one Amigo has not insulted on social media. There's no dignity. There's no personality. Political elite in Benin that Amigo has not insulted. Budoni or you who want if you go ya zese. And what Bisasasa yoe. I have come on social media to redeem those people who Amigo has chosen to turn their brain upside down. I love if may love of you if you go here if you me wayahin it tell me wayahin but why get Amigo imu wow why get Amigo imu wow a man without direction cannot lead people. A man who has no focus, a man who has no dreams, a man who has no aspiration cannot lead a multitude. Leadership comes with the ability to have focus, the ability to have directions, the ability to be firm. That's not the quality of a leader. That's not leadership. Leadership is about being able to stand firm. Leadership is about being able to make a decision and say, you know what, my followers, this is the decision and this is how we're going to go about it. That's what leadership is all about. Leadership is not about unotayo or dutare. Ugaivi nenene isanu nene ede agbu yario. Abi yobu, abi lipsi tiga ko bolemi. Right on. Right on. Pops. Abi yobu nyaga ko bolemi. Because they don't know any better. That's why we decided to come with the initiative. No. Go ahead. Mommy, please.
Hey.
Yeah, please. Yeah, please. Please take her. If your way, Amigo is an evil man, he's a criminal. He has no heart for the poor. He does not have the best interests of Edo people at heart. He does not have. Close the door, please. Please.
That's Daddy. Daddy, we go.
I'll take them out. Thank you. Please close the door and take them out, please. Thank you. So, Amigo, he does not have the best. Amigo is only about himself. He has no mental capacity. Amigo is just selfish. He's playing on your intelligence. He's playing on your vulnerability. He identifies the fact that these people are vulnerable. These are people in diaspora who needs a sense of direction. They want to have a person to identify with. They want to have a body to identify with. But then Amigo played into this vulnerability and decided to milk these people. Amigo, you have no heart. How dare you take money from a person who's living in a refugee camp in Europe? How dare you ask a person like that any form of monetary gain, any form of monetary benefit? How dare you ask a person who's trying to figure out who they are, a person who's trying to identify themselves? No, after going through the trauma of crossing the Mediterranean Sea, trying to figure out who they are, trying to find out their hopes in life. And these are the people that you play into the intelligence and you begin to extort money from those people. It is unbelievable. It is unfair. It is unjust. It's ungodly. No one have a heart to do that. I would never. I mean, that's why I've decided, like I said, we've decided to come together as a group, and we're going to lead these people back into the right track. Be able to manage them, make them to start seeing the world in a different perspective, make them to start thinking right, and not start thinking like people, elements like the wayward amigo who he almost turned PFM into a terroristic organization. Amigo has not taught his followers anything other than how to come on social media and insult Governor Godwin Obaseki, or to insult what's his name, Abat Obaze, or to insult a person like myself. And look at the comments. Look at the kind of comments that Amigo have taught these people. Watch this. This one of Amigo's follower. See that? These are the kind of behavior Amigo have taught these people. These are people who needs to be rehabilitated. Diamond David, these are the kind of people we need to take away from it. We need to regroup these people from it, Amigo. We need to regroup those people from that mindset, that slavery mindset. These people need to be emancipated. They need to be freed from this dilemma of thinking. And Amigo come, of you going here, from January to December, of you going. When they're gonna go where the yama. Who was so some of your going? January to December, umego. Where ya wuhu? Huh? Where ya wuhu? Ya wuhu? Wow, only my way na ya wuhu. Where chile ma de kama where ye tama we wow. Elekuku. Even the banyan no delenu ya wuhu. Where mikina ya walk back. What via January to December? Amigo is a criminal. He's a criminal. We need to redeem our people. We need to redeem our people from this criminal who, if you like, let me see. Yeah, that amigo is a criminal. Please, my people, all these people who are out here supporting Iran, amigo, don't worry. Very soon, by the time I start teaching you all, how to behave on social media, even how to comment, how to treat, political elders, key roles, stakeholders in politics. There are certain ways you address them. Not a man who comes out and say, "Oh, the governor is gay, the governor is gay, the governor is gay." That's not. I mean, that shows you that this man he's not mentally okay. Mentally, this man is not sound. So we need to regroup these people. All those elements. Mami waniware camp. We read Germany, Italy. Why Emirina? I came to redeem you from it. I came to take you from that mindset of you going. Yes, you may have been born of you, but that does not make you to keep yourself in that mindset of where of you going. Have a belief in where you know what, I am a winner, I'm victorious, I'm going to excel. Yes, it might likely a but I'm going to make something out of my life. I'm not going to live a life of blame where you continue to constantly blame the government, blame everything on the government. There comes a time where you have to take that responsibility where, you know what, as a person, what am I going to be? How am I going to play a role? How am I going to be a part of this reformation? How to build on yourself. When you start, don't worry. Like I told you, when I bring you all on this group, I'll teach you how to make money online. Even my father, my own father, he's retired, but he's making money online. I'll start teaching you people how to be industrious, how to make money, not how to fight the government. Not, I mean, yes, you have to resist corrupt government. You know, we have to resist corruption. But when you make it the order of the day where everything you do is about blame, 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 that is not acceptable. You cannot continue to live a life of blaming others for your own difficulties or blaming others for your own faults. Iranomigo's children are here. That's okay. I'm glad you are all here because you are my project. I'm here. I'm the messiah of those old PFM people. I'm here to rehabilitate you. I'm here to teach you how to think. I'm here to teach you how to reason. How not to blame the government for everything. How not to fight everyone on social media. The first way you identify if a person who has no leadership is a person who tells his follower, "Wama peking ya waro vieme." No the person waro vieme no where they wama. What are you gonna go and do about it? Wama podio. Why podio no why aro vie? That's how you know a person who has no signs of leadership. That's one of the signs. That's one of the ways you know a person who has no leadership capabilities at all. That's how you know it. This generation is a generation of lost youths. And we had a vampire, a social media vampire like Iran, who played into their intelligence, who bought into their who bought into their vulnerability, bought into these people's inability to function, and started extorting money from these people. If 5 million naira with a wall, why am I block ya? Igo if you go where ya dollar, where ya mwedag mwene. Igo give you go. Ewe here Bowa with Nigeria vedo. Huh? Umekwe. Eho emagu we ni una emo. Huh? I give you where ya oyi. Igere. And ugami emi don't know go of society. Ukwakai. Because it's gonna benefit you. Why give you where ya say? But where is Samila? My people, like I said, I'm not going to stay too long on this broadcast. I'm not going to stay too long. We all know where this fire, urban market fire, is coming from. It's coming from APC. It's coming from the aggrieved members of APC. It's coming from those agitated members of APC, Agbero People Congress. Agbero People Congress, because they've not been able to turn Edo State into a gangster paradise. They've not been able to turn Edo State into a banana republic where the monkeys jump from tree to tree, having no directions. They have decided to start setting the markets up on fire. But guess what? The innocent traders are the receiving end of all this. Before they set those fires over there, they tell their own mothers and their sisters, just because we were like Obaseki. Then we Obaseki home pana. We go home. Obaseki magaigo. Obaseki magai do state treasury. Obaseki mamu treasury revenue collection at Wanoga College. The numbers are there. Before Obaseki came into government, Edo State was receiving about 13 or 14 million naira revenue from the IGR internally generated revenue was only about 13 or 18 million naira. But when Obaseki came into office with technology, we were able to get Obaseki was able to get the data. He was able to understand the mathematics around this revenue. And guess what the revenue is since Obaseki took in office? It is not longer in the millions, it's now in the billions. Is that not enough? You have disqualified him, even though you qualified him in his first term. APC disqualified him in the second term because of their agitation of Obaseki not sharing the money. Then leave him alone. Do not sabotage the work of the governor. Do not sabotage the work of the governor. Julius Sylvester, let me tell you, let me show you guys this commenter. You see, look at some of the, don't delete your comment. Don't delete your comments. Let me show you. Hey, Julius Sylvester is one of these people. When you go through his profile now, when you deep down into his record, you find out that this guy is probably one of those boys who Adam Soshomole frustrated out of Edo State and ended up in Libya. He went through the Sahara Desert, or the Mediterranean Desert, for days without food. Where he no wanyone, do la Europe, do cross the Mediterranean Sea. Why am with that way? And these are the kind of people Iranamigo has been able to channel. These are the kind of people Iranamigo has been able to to mess up their thinking faculty. These people can no longer think for themselves. Look at him, Julius Sylvester. People like this can no longer think for themselves. They've been brainwashed by an illiterate, by the general overseer of all illiterates. Hey, Sylvester. Ana ya aga eni ya idiot na omerigo giye kubino ya se webo. But ona egbene na ya datikati ubira no migo. Akwiri gwana na unye be unye soso re Europe. Wa bobolere na migo. Ve ya wenu yari 5 million naira munye gwalo na. Wa yari 5 million naira no ya finish o wanu ya wo boss go nigbe. Iye kuri o ya boss. Abege ni obi kuri o na. Obi kuri o na hina. Ayaga this probably a product of a Korean. But me renya here do rehabilitate to what, and when why many I'm going to give you all prayer. By the time I'm done with you, by the time I'm done molding you, refining the way you think, you always start, you start conducting yourself in a noble character. Huh? Iranomigo has brainwashed them too much. To the extent they don't even understand the difference between good governance and bad governance. Because one day Ranomigo says this. Ranomigo one day will say Oshomole, he's going to arrest Oshomole. The next day he will call Oshomole my amiable leader. The next day he will call the FBI on Tony Kabaka. The next day he will say Tony Kabaka is his best friend. So these are characteristics. I don't. In back in the day, we call those not borderline personalities, but what is it called? Attention deficit disorder. A person who has he has no focus. Attention deficit disorder is what Iranomigo is going through. At the age of 57, we are not ashamed. You come online and you are begging your viewers for 5 million naira. 5 million naira. To do what? What is Amigo planning to use 5 million? And the funny thing, I can understand if you have a good cause. If you say, you know what, guys, we're trying to get a protest done in this place, and I want you all to, support. I'm gonna get a ticket, or I'm gonna, whatever it is that you're gonna do with the money, you tell them, but you just don't come out and say you're not gonna tell them what it is. In that way, if you go in here and I'm ready to go to you're not well the way what to donate 5 million. The day I come and ask any of you 1 penny online, that would be the day you know I'm finished. I'm finished as a man, even in America where there's work. Okay, to agbe ya na Burger King. Okay, to agbe ya ni security gbe ni ram go you. Ona to agbe. Ya we security officer ya we get man in ram go. And the gbe ni me here ya we na 2 days a week. Ya 40 hours a week. In Wahere. So that's not my portion. In Jesus' name. My portion in Wa. How long shall my people continue to become victims? I want you all to understand good governance. Governor Gordon Obaseki. Governor Gordon Obaseki is one of many. Is one of a kind. Edo State have not had a governor like Governor Obaseki for more than 30 years. More than 30 years. The only person I keep hearing people, our mothers, even my mom was like, oh, you know, Obaseki na Ali Ogbemudia. And one other person. These are the people, our moms and dads, they kind of relate Obaseki to. And we have lazy Americans. Like I said, Amigo does not like Isaiah Yamu. Amigo does not like, what's his name? Amigo does not like Oshomole. Nobody living in America will agree with the modus operandi of Oshomole. Nobody living in America will encourage the kind of operation of Oshomole does. Because we know that's not how government works. So we all need to speak up against this ill behavior of Amigo supporting homegrown terrorism. I read some of your comments and I'm like, I did political communications as a minor when I was in school. Political communications. I read your comments. I'm not like an amigo who went to school in Uronigwe. I went to high school right here in Minneapolis, in Brooklyn Park, Minnesota. That was where I did my high school education. I think I did a little bit of GSS 1, 2, 3, GSS 1, GSS 2, GSS 3, SS1. SS1, I was when I left Nigeria. And I came to the United States, my dear. Went to high school with flying colors. Went to the community college first before I went to the university. My GPA has never been less than 3.2. My GPA has never been below 3.2. I went through I never went to school online. I went through the 4 walls of a university, Evangel University out of Springfield, Missouri. A private one at that. You want to compare me to an illiterate? An illiterate who is only street smart. Criminal. So he has a criminal nature in him. He had ero au akparu da no migo au. Ola dia to nego social media. Ehwemwe akparu da no migo au. Please put love and like for Bush Lion. For those of you who understand what I'm talking about here, put love and like. You know, this message today was not, it's intended for those who wants to accept wisdom. For those that have made up their mind that they want to improve who they are, they want to improve their way of reasoning, they want to transform their psyche, they want to transform their self as a person. It's not intended for those who have made up their mind that they are going to be illiterate. You know, is that the kind of life you want to live? Like I keep telling you, you can be born into poverty, but that does not mean your generation to come would also be poor. A man who comes and says, I'm the king of the poor, God forbid. I pray I don't be associated with poverty in the mighty name of Jesus. I am the king of the rich. I'm the king of the kings to come. I want to train a group of people who will have the mentality of, you know what, I got to get rich, or I got to die trying to get rich. Not trying to be, not where we are, what would you say? So when I go, these are the kind of people that Amigo have been able to train. That Amigo have channeled these people. He has messed up their thinking capacity. He has ruined the way they think. Amigo ruin over. But why worry? There is hope. Don't worry, there is hope. The future is bright. But you got to start acting now. You got to act now. You got to make up your mind and say, you know what? In the bush line ta, in the Kenneth Elusa Eketabeterio, or what makes sense, I have to leave this man. What I don't mean, what if you want to use it amigo for comedy, that's fine. You know, I'm learning from it, amigo. A computer I mean, what is it amigo going to teach you? Is it English? Amigo cannot even conduct himself in good English. He cannot even make a complete sentence. He does not even understand the principles. He does not even understand the principles of rhetorical construction. He does not even understand the dynamics, the fluidity that goes around, rhetorical construct. And these are the type of person you want to call a leader. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the PFM Nenemi. Anybody there's something he's trying to hide. I don't put effort into trying to tell you who I am. I don't put effort in trying to, to gratify the kind of person that I am. I don't, because I don't need to. But in psychology, when you see a person when you see a person who wants to, give himself these titles, want to, tell you where I told you I'm going to make Governor Godwin Obaseki a one-time governor. The other day he came out and said all kinds of stupidity. How he's going to make our amiable governor a one-time governor. How he's going to end his political career. But guess what? Oshomole ended up ending his own political career. Whose political career was ended? An illiterate cannot fight with an educated person. An illiterate cannot fight with an academic. It's just a fact. Physically, you might be able to fight, but intellectually, you're not going to win a battle with an academic. Because yes, that thinking is a tool. The educated man has a lot of tools in his toolbox, but an illiterate has one weapon, and that's the hammer. And you cannot fix everything that's broken with a hammer. There are some things that you might need to fix with a needle. There are some things you might need to fix with the scissors. There's some things you might need to even heat it up with a torch, not with a hammer. Amigo's only tool in his toolbox is a hammer. Don't worry, there is hope. There is hope for the generation of Edo youths in Europe. Edo youths who went through the Mediterranean Sea. Edo youths who went through the trauma. I remember a friend of mine, a very close, well, he's a friend and a relative, who told me his story of how he went through Libya, how he went through Agadez, how he went through Tamarack, in all those places. You know, I could feel the pain of this brother. But thankfully, I was able to win him out of Iran Amigos camp. Whether your daddy card will be an amigo, what's no? Or we tamame. Now we send daddy card and we send them to me. I'm not the daddy card in the no. We have to win these people. I was able to win my cousin. I was able to win him away from Iran Amigo. Let me block this Iran Amigos board here. Like I said, today's broadcast is not for everybody. Today's broadcast is for those of you in Europe, specifically those in the asylum camp, those in the refugee camp. Today's broadcast is for you. Those who are willing to want to change who they are, those who want to make something better out of their life. That's what today's broadcast is for. Not for the ones who have made up their mind to remain foolish, to remain a poor. A person who calls himself a poor, a citizen, a poor, innocent, poor citizen for the rest of their life. I pray that today, after this broadcast, that your life will not remain the same in the mighty name of Jesus. I pray that every stronghold, every juju that Eran Amigo have used to turn your brain upside down, that you can no longer think for yourself, it shall be broken by the power of the Almighty God. At your banner. At your salute. At ye. I pray that your life will never be the same. I pray that your thinking capacity will not be that of a malu. There was a story I said about some 2-3 weeks ago. In our way, Emila no maenegbe no konvuwe buomwa. Emila no maenegbe. Nana happened in Ukbasia. It's a true life story. Back in the day at no sooner Ukbasia ga aye. Emila banaro. Emila nan emite. Emila niga ahin. Save we no na emite. Ona edwa konvuwe ebuomwa. Nyena ebedo aye gbe owe onwa nyehin. Nda abonwa onwa inyaye here. You know, abonwa ye 20. Every lana nemite nyena ebedo akonvuwe buomwa. Ona ebedo anyi onwa. Ona ebedo awemi yave na onwa. Ometi akonvuwe buwa enemila. Onye emila no maseri wae. I pray that you will not be known, that your legacy will not be that of Emila. I pray that that will not be your portion in the mighty name of Jesus. I pray that. Imagine, Eran is foolish, and you all are playing into it. Why can't Eran bring out his American account number? Why does Eran have to bring a Nigerian account number and ask you guys for donation? Because he wants to evade taxes. He knows when that money gets into his Nigerian account, the US government cannot literally ask him for taxes because he can lie that, it's his Nigerian account and, it had nothing to do with whatever he's doing in life. And some of you all are you're buying into his lies. You're buying into, amigos, you're buying into his manipulative, criminal mind. Amigo is a manipulator. And an amigo is a criminal, a manipulator. Only you no be anyi ve Senegal. A inya gbe pa ubi giawe. Ya gbe Senegal. Báwo ni mi la? Ọmọ náà ti dẹ́gẹ́ ẹgẹ́ ni dẹ́ ìmẹ̀ gọ́gọ́ yí mi láti mẹ́ni àwọn wíwẹ́ la dẹ́gẹ́ gùn mẹ́wẹ́ ọmọ ti gbẹ́gẹ́ nà hìn wọ́n yìí nà hwa nù ànékèrè nà ìmẹ̀ gọ́gọ́ yí mi láti àmì mẹ́wẹ́ ni mẹ́ dẹ́gẹ́ ni ìrànmígò náà dẹ́gẹ́ ni yẹ òyì dẹ́gẹ́ ni yẹ má bẹ kẹwé bu tìyàrí wa wẹ́ ni yẹ mú ẹgẹ́ nu dẹ́nẹ nà mú gẹ̀ wò hàn rẹ̀ sí tíà àwọn hàn ọ̀rọ̀ wà bẹ́gẹ́ ni. And only a kina ya digiyeke. A kina ya digiyeke na maya enigbe. Egbe ma leri only a dotie. No ma enigbe ne weri upon. Only no ma enigbe ne weri upon. Egbo ma leri wakanga dame hoye. Okay, dame. Okay, dame where he was the first to have a grip on these people. He took advantage of the social media influence. Ogai moka ladia. Ege ni waya agbungwa masononane. You cannot follow me and not have one thing you learned from me. Ask my friends, those who know me. Me have a little work here, man. Me your money until getting bowe. And while something I cannot learn from you, it must wear. Because I don't tell where a whoopee. I try my best to manage Iranomigo. I try my best to mold him. I try my best to tell him where Iranomigo, I knew Iranomigo, you know, where Iranomigo, I have to be politics. You don't need to attack. You don't need to attack personalities, attack policies. But he could not understand the difference between policies and personalities. That was when I knew, you know, I'm like, this guy has a problem. He has a problem. That was why I came out and I wrote a message and I told everyone that as of that day that I have disassociated myself from Iranomigo. Because I realized where I was no longer influencing him, but rather he was trying to influence me. And that would be a shame on my part when a stark illiterate decides to influence a person of my caliber. Iranomigo collected 2.7 million naira from oh yeah, we all remember that. Iranomigo collected 2.7 naira from Blessing. You know. She said that Amigo used to join. Oh yeah. We all remember when Blessing's sister was on social media as president. Our brother Eddie Murphy, when Blessing's older sister went on the show, and you know they called it an Amigo online. I have the video, but I just don't have, you know, like I said, that Amigo messed up my MacBook Pro, so I'm broadcasting from a Windows computer right now. So I have to take the computer, the MacBook, I have to take it to Apple Store again to have it fixed. So the processor is not so powerful on this one than on the Mac. So I would have been able to play the video for you. Look at what Iranamigo have turned these people to. Read this comment. Hold up, let me show you. Yeah, well, let me show you the comment. Yeah, look. Yoba Sonny Okojeson, do you even look at your face? Please take care of yourself and the kids. Can you imagine? You have to become nuisance on social media. How to insult people. PFM, People Fighting Movement. That's what Iranigo have taught you. How to fight, how to insult, how to go online and be a terrorist. Don't worry, I will rehabilitate this one. Sonia Coulson, please. I'm going to be posting the WhatsApp group. Okay, I will post the social media group, the WhatsApp group for you in a little bit, so you can go ahead and you know. uh, So, ladies and gentlemen, I've got to go back to work. I came home to talk about the upper market fire. That this fire was not an accident, but rather it was an act of terrorism. Yes, hello. I know this. Hello? Hello? Can you hear me? Hello? Yeah? These are Eran Amigos people. Huh? So, well, I'm gonna be back again. The emergency broadcast today was to let you all know that the fire was not an accident. It was an act of terrorism perpetuated by Clement Iranamigo Edegbe. Iranamigo knows the people responsible for the fire. So I love you all. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. So that should be it for now. I'm not going to be taking any calls today. I'm sorry. Let me see here. Okay, so we covered everything pretty much. Please don't call right now, please. Please, okay? Don't call, okay? So you all enjoy the rest of your week. I'll be coming out for more broadcasts. Okay, I'll be coming out for more broadcasts if, should in case we have an emergency, I will come out and also. Please don't call right now, please. It's not the right time to call. I'll come out for more updates. Like I said, the fire was not an act of. It was not an accident. It was an act of terrorism conducted by radical APC, Oshomole's APC gangsters who wants to turn Edo State into a gangster paradise. They want to turn Edo State into a banana republic where the monkeys jump from tree to tree. And we, the good citizens of Edo State, would not tolerate that. Okay? So I love you all. And for those of you, if you're just tuning in today, please go ahead, like and follow this page, share this broadcast. Make sure you share the broadcast, and also join the WhatsApp group, Reformed Edo Citizens in diaspora. Okay, this will be for the former PFM members, those of you who were misled by Iran Amigo. We'll be able to rehabilitate everybody. We'll regroup ourselves, and we'll be able to have a sense of purpose and a sense of direction. Okay. So please do not call right now. Please do not call. Okay. So we'll be going to be able to regroup, have a sense of purpose, have direction, and be able to work in one voice. Okay. Like I said, that Amigo had a good intention initially until he became greedy. He was able to have access to free money, people giving him donations. The money got into his head and he lost focus. So I will be back. Please do not call right now. Please let me, when I'm done with the broadcast, I will call you. Okay, please. So, all right, you all enjoy the rest of your day. God bless you. Bye-bye.